So this video kind of starts out slow, but I would really like it if you watch this one to the end so that maybe you could give me some suggestions on what to do with this mystery item. It's Friday night. Do you know where your kids are? Hey, what are you guys doing on this Friday night? Here's a little bit of what I did. Yeah, so just to give you a little bit of a update on the driveway. So they came through today and plowed the road and just left a big berm. I drove over this a few times so that I could get up in my driveway. But they just plowed a berm right in the middle of my driveway and left it. I hate it when they do that. They're supposed to come through with they're supposed to have a cleanup truck that comes through and follows them. And they clean all this stuff up, and they didn't do it this time. I don't know if it's just because they're so far behind because of all the garbage that's been happening with the snow and the weather, but I guess I'll come down here. Now if I tried to move this with a snow shovel, this stuff is so wet and heavy. It's just so wet and heavy that you can't even move it with a snow shovel. So I just brought a square-headed shovel down, or square-nosed shovel down, and that's what I'm going to clean it out with. And I'm so excited for spring. Here's from the road side of it. And if I just left this, when this freezes tonight, it's going to get rock hard, and then it'll just be a bugger to get in and out of my driveway. So I have to get this done tonight. Because once it's frozen, it's there till it melts. Okay, so that is this driveway done. Didn't take me too long, maybe about a half hour. I didn't look at the time when I started. But that's a lot nicer than it was. It'll be a lot nicer driving in. It won't be a big bump when I first drive into the driveway. And it did snow a little bit again last night, just a little bit, but at this point it's so wet and nasty. I'm just gonna leave it, because I'm afraid if I shovel it down to smooth, then I'll just have ice underneath it, and my driveway will be nothing but ice. So I won't have any traction to get up in and out of it. So I am just going to leave that little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. Might make it a little bit miserable to shovel the next time I do shovel, but I'll deal with that then. I'm just glad I got this done. I have one more driveway to go do. Got to get it done before it freezes tonight. So yeah, probably not able to see it very well, but this is the other driveway. It's just all slush. That's the problem with it. But it's already getting hard. So I need to get to it and get this cleaned up. Sun's going down, so it's gonna start freezing here pretty soon. And speaking of the sun going down, that is a beautiful sunset over there. See if I can zoom you in. It's too shaky when I zoom. There we go. Playing around with my phone a little bit to try to get you a better picture. Hopefully that does it justice right there. I think that looks way better right there. All right, I'm gonna get busy on this driveway. That is Marissa's side done, cleaned out. So that didn't take me nearly as long. I don't know if it's just because I was warmed up and I just went at it a little bit harder, or if there's just less there for me to do, but that didn't take nearly as long as the other driveway did. So all done, all done. Happy with that. Let's see what other mischief I can get myself into now. Stella! I have recently had a 20-pound Parmesan cheese wheel gifted to me. Now, what the heck am I going to do with it? I know that I can't use 20 pounds of Parmesan cheese myself. Kara thinks she can use 20 pounds, but it will take a while. If you have any ideas of how I can make this, I can store this Parmesan cheese the longest, I would really appreciate it if you left it in the comments. I do know that I want to be gifting some of this Parmesan cheese to people who live close around me within driving range. I will be gifting some of this cheese to them. But yeah, 20 pounds of Parmesan cheese gifted to me. I didn't quite know what to say except for thank you. I will take it. Even though I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it, I knew it was a great thing to take, and I saved it from the dumpster because that's where it was going to head. Stella! So, if you have any ideas of how I can store this Parmesan cheese the longest after I cut it open, please leave it in the comment section below. And now, a quick little update on the tomatoes that I showed in my last video that I was dehydrating, and I said I saved a couple pieces that the seeds were starting to sprout. I don't know if you can see that very well, but look at how those sprouts are growing. That is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it from this side. Now the one that is on the right is the one that I had covered up with the paper towel. Obviously, I'm not going to have it covered up with the paper towel anymore. But that one actually covered up with the paper towel actually seemed to work better. And right here in the corner, I just saw that one. Isn't that a cute little fella? He's wanting to grow too. He's not even in the tomato. So let's flip this around this way. These aren't quite as tall, but they look just as nice. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. But they're not quite as tall as the other one that had the paper towel, the moistened paper towel, sitting on top for the first 2-3 days. Because this is only, I think I did that on Tuesday, and it's only Friday today, and that's how much they grew. It would be, I wish it was really, I wish it was closer to spring for me so that I could actually plant these and put these out in my greenhouse and see how they did. But yeah, I'm afraid I don't have a grow light or anything on these. I'm afraid they're not going to make it. They're just going to stretch too much. It'd be really cool to see how these grew. But it was just a little experiment that I tried, and now I know. Thank you for watching this episode of Not So Remote Alaska. May God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.